Hello there. People ask me all the time, how do you make Social Security work? I always smile because they're expecting one big secret, one magic trick, one investment. But the truth is, there wasn't one. It was a series of small decisions. Some were easy, some were painful, and a few I wish I had made sooner. If you're living on Social Security today, or getting close, maybe one of these choices will help you too. Let's start with the one that changed everything: housing. For most retirees, it's the biggest monthly expense. I spent years believing I needed the perfect home. Then one day I realized I didn't need the perfect house. I needed a payment I could actually live with. That one decision gave my budget room to breathe. But here's what surprised me: paying off debt didn't just help my wallet, it helped me sleep. When you wake up knowing your Social Security check isn't already spoken for, your whole day feels different. That sounds simple. It isn't, because retirement has a funny way of changing how you think. When you're younger, you keep chasing more: a bigger house, a newer car, a nicer vacation. Then one morning, you realize something. Maybe more isn't what you've been looking for. Maybe you've been looking for enough. That was one of the hardest lessons for me, and one of the most freeing. Now, here's where everything changes. I also started letting go of things, not just furniture, not just boxes in the garage. I let go of the idea that I had to own everything I wanted. Every item I donated felt lighter than I expected. Less clutter, less cleaning, less stress, and strangely, more peace. But there's another problem nobody talks about. Many people believe retirement has to be expensive to be enjoyable. I used to think that too. Now, some of my favorite days cost almost nothing: a morning walk, coffee on the porch, a phone call with family, working on something that gives me purpose. Those moments remind me happiness doesn't always come with a receipt. Of course, there are still things I'd like. I'd love to travel more. I'd love a different home. I'd love to live closer to family. Those dreams never disappear. But retirement taught me something important. Every yes usually means saying no to something else. Once I accepted that, life became much easier. Another choice changed me in a way I never expected. I stopped comparing my life to everyone else's. You open social media, and it looks like every retiree is on a cruise, driving a brand new RV, or buying their dream home, but we never see the bills. We never see the debt. We never see the sleepless nights. I finally decided to build a retirement that fits my life, not someone else's highlight reel. And if I could sum up everything I've learned, it would be this: the goal was never to become rich. The goal was to feel calm, to pay the bills, to handle surprises without panic, to enjoy ordinary Tuesdays. Because that's what retirement really is: not one big vacation, just thousands of ordinary days. And the way you live those days matters. So, if you're trying to make Social Security work, don't wait for one big breakthrough. Start with one small decision, then another, then another. Because here's the one sentence I hope you remember long after this video ends: a peaceful retirement isn't built by one perfect decision, it's built by hundreds of small, wise ones. If today's conversation helped you, I'd love to have you join me for the next one.